And, ooh, I got 4,999 points. Very nice. All right, what is going on, guys? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today, I'm joined by a special friend, Lloyd. What is going on, man?
Hey Oscar, thanks for having me, man. Pretty excited for this. Like I mean, normally I'm out there on the tennis court hitting tennis balls, but today we're doing it a little bit differently. We're gonna play some Geo, so I'm pretty excited.
That's for sure. There's going to be links in the description if you want to go ahead and play along with us. Also, guys, at the end of the 2 seeds, we'll be playing a duels match where I'll be moving around and Lloyd will be trying to guess based on what he sees on my screen. So watch till the end to see that. And guys, I say let's get straight into the video. Let's get it. Okay, so essentially the format is going to be that Lloyd's going to take us through what he thinks quickly, and then we will come through with our judgment as well. But the first round here seeming pretty straightforward. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it definitely looks like yellow plates, yellow outer lines. So I'm thinking Israel with the yellow plates, or yeah, it could be a Jordan also. I'm not sure if they have yellow plates also. I know the green signs are very Israeli. I do think this is in Israel.
So maybe put down your guess and then guess first. We've got the black car with the long antenna. In Jordan, you just have the black car without the long antenna and you'd see more of the car. As you said, the yellow plates, that's Israel, that you'd have white ones in Jordan. And then also these poles are probably more Israeli than Jordanian, but ultimately you don't even need to use that because there's plenty of clues here. I am thinking maybe even West Bank here, just because it's not too green. We don't see any grass or anything like that, or any green grass. So I'm going to go like just north of Jerusalem, but I could even see this being deep south potentially. But I don't think it's in the north because we don't see any of that green grass. So I'll guess. And it ends up being, yeah, just north of Jerusalem there. Your guess is also good. Like, that's still 4.7. Very, very respectable. So hopefully you guys did well as well. Not the hardest round to start us off with.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be the new coverage in Kenya, I believe, with the famous Kenya snorkel. I don't think it's too northern. I would say just a little bit north of Nairobi. That would be my guess, but I'm not too sure on a region guess, to be honest.
I haven't really looked at the new coverage too much, and so I don't think my guess is going to be too much better than yours. I agree it shouldn't be too far north, because obviously it does get to basically desert in the north here. I'm thinking we don't have any of that super dark red soil that you often see maybe around Eldoret or Kisumu or something like that. So I am thinking like kind of between Nakuru and a bit east of Nairobi. I could even see on the coast, but we don't see any palm trees. So I'm leaning against that and probably just going to go somewhere near Nairobi. And so actually, yeah, it did end up being in that region. Pretty nice. But again, 4.5, very respectable.
This is obviously Asia. I mean, I think that is very easily established. I'm trying to figure out, this is not your, you're just your typical round. It does look like Chinese to me. It's definitely not Korean with these double yellows. I'm a little bit confused, to be honest. I don't see like the Taiwan wrapping or any of that. It doesn't look like the wealthiest area.
That's also true.
I don't know if it's even possible. We're driving on the right. I'm not even sure. Like a Macau or something like that. Oh yeah, there I see a black and white wrapping in the far distance. I would probably just go somewhere in Taiwan and hope this is a rural Taiwan. That would be the safe guess for me.
Right. So yeah, it is Taiwan.
Yeah.
So you correctly identified that it's Chinese. We have the double yellows in the center of the road. That's super characteristic of Taiwan. I'm trying to think of another country where you'd really see that in Asia. I think maybe occasionally you'd see it in South Korea, but normally on this kind of size road, they'd use a single yellow line. And then, basically, like, there's not many other countries, because, like, maybe, like, sometimes in, like, Thailand or something like that, you'd see a double yellow, but, yeah, really typical of Taiwan, this. A few of these salmon lines on the road, like, kind of see what you see in South Africa as well. Taiwan's one of the only countries to use salmon-colored lines on the road, like we see to the north. We do see mountains kind of to our south here, that's for sure, and even if we peer to the north, we can see that we see a few mountains as well. So we're kind of in the mountains here, but I would say near the coast, because if you look elsewhere north, there's nothing. So there's not many places in Taiwan where that can be, where you can see some mountains to the north, but not that many. So I feel like guessing up here is like on the north coast is basically almost like a given here. I mean, unless I'm missing something and it's like on like the southern peninsula or something like that. Could actually see that. But I think I'm going to guess north based on what I said. Also, the reason it can't be Macau is because Macau has only the old Generation 2 coverage. They use black license plates as well. And it would always be urban. So, yeah. And, ooh, I got 4,999 points. Very nice. I'm on a super score at the moment. And, of course, 4.7k for you as well. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, that was a good round. Unfortunate for me with the region guess, but nonetheless, it's a lot of points since Taiwan is so small.
Yep, definitely solid. So you can still technically get 24,000 points if the next 2 rounds are super easy for some reason. Taking a look around, what are you thinking here? This is a bit harder.
A little bit. Yeah, for a novice player like me, I feel like this is the rocket science round, you know?
Right, that's for sure.
Definitely not an easy round for me.
No.
I'm just trying to figure out which continent we're on. It does look European to me. Definitely looks European. I do see we have a short antenna. I'm not sure if that means something too much.
It's definitely going to be helpful. It's definitely going to be helpful, I would say.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, these kind of mountainous, like green mountainous areas, like where I've really seen this.
This is a hard round. I'm just going to say that. I don't believe this is an easy round at all. This is probably like a 1 in 20 type hard round, you know?
Yeah. So you obviously have a very good idea of where we are right now.
I could pick between like a few countries, I think, but I don't know a country. I don't think. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna be just something mainstream for some reason. I do think it's gonna be, but I don't know where these mountains are. That's my concern.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen this type of mountains in like Italy. Yeah. I'm honestly leaning with. I don't even know, to be honest. Like a northern. Or Spain or France, or I'm not even sure right now. Just don't see any clues. I feel like this like there's a brick bridge.
Yeah.
Should like give me some sort of indication of two. And for some reason, the brick bridge makes me think like more towards Eastern Europe.
Yeah. True.
Definitely makes me think like more Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, this type of area. But I don't recall ever seeing these mountains.
Rightio. Okay, so I think you should make a choice, and then I will come through with what I could see here.
I've got mine on a location right now.
Okay.
So you'll see it in just a second.
So this is an exceptionally difficult round. There's a lot of contradictory clues, I feel like. But okay, we have the short antenna, so that would definitely suggest Europe. I could say that. The one thing that does concern me is if you look down at the Google car, I don't know if you can go open that round in the new tab if you've guessed already, but the car appears to be driving more on the left-hand side of the road, potentially. This would never be Ireland. I mean, the landscape's not correct, but I do wonder if UK is at all possible, if we are just somehow, because you can see the blur extends onto the left, but not onto the right at all. So I wonder about like a southern Wales, or maybe even like a southern peninsula here, like a kind of Cornwall kind of area. Also, I do think what you said about France, Spain are both possible. I don't really think Italy. It does feel more southern than UK. That's why I don't really like. That's why I'm continuing to consider these options. I would say that Czechia, Slovakia, Poland are also outside possibilities here. Because if you look at these buildings peeking through the trees to the west there, they almost could fit for those countries as well. Although maybe not. We can't really see them too well at all. But then also, if you look to the south, we have hedgerows, which makes me think more so Western Europe, so maybe France or UK. So I think, and also final thing, these two little signposts on the signpost, the two smaller ones seem to be set up for left-hand drive. Maybe. That's highly dubious, and I would agree that this kind of brick almost feels Eastern European indeed. So I don't like going UK here, I must say. It's probably a silly guess, but I feel like with the combination of that, the left-hand drive potentiality and the hedgerows, I feel like I kind of have to go there. So I think I will pick maybe Cornwall here, and hopefully it's just France if it's not UK, and I get some decent points still. But okay, let's guess. And oh wow, it was just France. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's super, it is super south to see hedgerows like that. So you've actually moved into the lead here with that guess.
Very interesting. I was thinking, I mean, I did say at the start, like northern Spain or potentially France, and then I was also like in between, like I don't know, that brick wall just really threw me off, but yeah,
I would say
went
that
for like a little bit of a hedge.
Yeah, you do actually see quite a bit of brick architecture in northern Spain, so it does make sense in hindsight, I think, especially in the northern towns, but not so much in southern France, I feel like. So kind of a tough round. That bridge was certainly strange. I didn't like it for UK, but in hindsight, it makes a lot of sense, I guess. I wish I didn't notice that it was looking like a left-hand drive, because it really did seem that way. But I guess they were like doing a U-turn, or maybe just driving on the wrong side. So, okay, let's head to the next one here. See if I can come out with a victory despite that bad guess. And okay, an interesting one here. Okay, so the country's pretty obvious, I'd say, but the region, not so much. So what do you think?
Yeah. For me, this is low-cam Japan.
Correct.
Don't think I'm getting that one wrong. But like you said, region guess. This is very interesting. Yeah, I don't know my Japan so well, and I know there's new Japan meta with the polls, but I don't know that at all, and I don't see any polls which is going to give us indications. So this is more on experience, I would say.
Bit of a landscape guess.
A little bit of a landscape guess, yeah. In all honesty, if I'm just playing this round right now where I'm at, I'm just going for like a hedge more than anything.
Yep.
So I think let you talk us through your thoughts on the region.
So I know like we got rice fields here, I believe, and I think that is certain areas, but I can't remember exactly how that goes. I'm just looking at some of these buildings over there to our south. Some of them have flat roofs, which I don't think you'd see kind of in areas where it snows more. So I think my guess might be headed more to the southern half of the country, at least. We can see buildings like that in the north as well, so I'm still a bit scared, but I think I would probably lean southern or central here. Yeah, it's quite flat, actually. We do see some mountains over there to our east, and then to our south, we basically don't have too much going on, at least for a while. So some kind of valley. Yeah. I was thinking maybe just near Nagoya, Osaka, something like that could work. I think I might go near Osaka here. Otherwise, I could really see the southern island of Kyushu. I could really see Kyushu here, or Hiroshima area.
I can tell you, I already locked in my guess, and I'm pretty surprised.
Surprised.
I do think I do think you're gonna get a good guess regardless, though.
Okay. So maybe thinking of the right one, but okay. So I think. Look, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go Osaka for the sake of the video, the brevity. But yeah, well, I guess we'll see if my kind of vibes are correct here. Let's go. And, okay, was ending up being closer to Tokyo. Does make sense. We're kind of in a valley there. And you're going to come out with a win, Lloyd. Let's go. So what was the score here exactly? A 22.5 is certainly solid. Just the one really hard round there.
Yeah, we had the one really hard. The other ones were all kind of very easy. I think nothing too crazy. I think this is one of my better rounds I've ever had. So
right, nice.
Don't look into that too much.
I guess sometimes the kind of like slowing down, explaining your thought process can be very useful. Good training. But okay, let's head into the second seed here, which will be in the description as well. Okie dokie. So second seed here, and we are starting off with an interesting round here. And so let's hear what you have to say.
This is exactly what I was not hoping for.
Okay.
Yeah, this definitely an interesting round.
I think you can get it. I think you can.
I think my first thinking is we're driving on the left-hand side. That helps a lot. It's very close to. I think it's close to South Africa. I do think this sand is a kind of a famous Botswana sand, I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm leaning somewhere kind of. I would say more to the northwest of Botswana. That's where I'm thinking right now. Yeah.
I basically have the exact same thoughts here. So yeah, we're driving left. We got this red border sign, which would be yellow in many other countries, such as the Americas. And yeah, we got the white Google car, the wooden poles. This is, I mean, because Lloyd is from Southern Africa, maybe it becomes easier for him, but definitely a distinctive landscape here. Also these huts as well. So sandy and kind of white sand, I kind of agree. I kind of think, I'm thinking maybe just in the towns in the north/northwest of Botswana. So I think I'll go a little bit further east than you, but apart from that, definitely feeling like, because this is kind of a smaller road, like often we wouldn't be on the A3 or the A1 or the A2, I don't think, because they're very high quality roads, especially for African standards, but this one kind of just more of an average road, so I'm going to click somewhere off there, like on the A30 here, like in a town near there. All right, so I say let's guess and see how we go.
Yep.
And it ends up being, just between us there, so pretty much even, and literally 10 points difference. But yeah, good call.
Thank you.
All right,
yeah, I do think coming from South Africa definitely helped me there. I don't think it's the easiest round. Interesting, but yeah.
Definitely. Okay, next one has some potential to be difficult, maybe. So let's see what you say.
Definitely. Right now, I'm trying to think whether we're in Asia or South America. This is where my head is immediately going. I feel like these yellow reflectors is definitely telling me something.
Yep, definitely should be.
And the red, it should be. That's if you know what to look for.
I can think of 3 countries that use these predominantly.
I'm not the best with this. Is this pretty clear for you?
Yeah. I'm basically 99% sure on the country here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're like way up in mountains.
That's true. Definitely helpful.
I don't know why this feels the vegetation kind of feels South American to me more than anything with those double poles. But I feel like I've seen these rounds in Taiwan way too often to ignore that. I'm gonna have to go with Taiwan here for some reason. Because of the car is not being. I'm not sure. I'm just very unsure right now.
All right. Let's walk you through it. You're right. It's Taiwan. So good job. We got the solid white outer lines. That's very typical for Taiwan, I would say. These reflectors that are around, with the yellow ones particularly, that's very Asian. Korea, Japan, Taiwan all do that. The ones with the red reflectors, I feel like they use a yellow or like orange and white in the other 2 countries. So I'm not actually sure if on guardrails you would see the red ones there. So it could be potentially a metaphor of Taiwan specifically. But because we don't have low cam and because it's Generation 4, that already excludes the other 2 countries. Anyway, this concrete pole is very Asian in front of us. We can actually see through the blur if you know it's there, the yellow. But yeah, it's not really usable if you don't know it's Taiwan already, I feel like. These mirrors are also super Southeast Asian or Asian, East Asian, yeah. The mirrors with the like red cover over the top, definitely. Okay, and then I'm assuming I'm just gonna guess in the same place as you, just in the middle of the mountains somewhere. And yeah, ends up being in the middle of the mountains indeed. So we both got good scores. I move into, I stay in the lead just, but anything can happen. Now let's check out the next round. Alrighty.
Still take that guess.
Definitely so. Good job on working it out. All right. What we got?
Oh. Are we driving in a bicycle? No.
No, it's just a camera glitch. Just a camera glitch.
Oh, camera glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my first thoughts are Bangladesh. Because of the writing, because of the, I don't know, I think that it's also common for camera glitch. Don't think. Also, a lot of tuk-tuks makes me think this is going to be Bangladesh, kind of the things that the people are wearing. And that's kind of all I have.
Right. Yep, you're right. It's Bangladesh. What can I say about that? The camera glitch I don't think really helps here. We're driving left. We have all white road lines, which are very faded. We have the kind of Bengali or whatever it's called, just the Bangladeshi script with the Sanskrit with the line at the top. So that's very, very Bangladeshi indeed. And the high quality camera generation means it can't be India anyway. I am thinking. Well, here's the thing, like, the Generation 4 car in Bangladesh drove a lot, just a bit north of Dhaka and just a bit south of Dhaka, and in that kind of region of the country. So I'm thinking just south of Dhaka here somewhere, because of the palms, which are normally found closer to water, generally speaking. That's basically it, though. It's Bangladesh is a hard country to guess accurately within, so no doubt, like, it's hard to be certain. But apart from that, unless you learn Bangladeshi script or something like that, then, yeah, should just be guessing like that. So let's see here. And it ends up being, yeah, it is near water, but not so southern. And we basically maintain exactly even scores here, going into the 4th round. Alrighty, an interesting one here. Know the country, but I'm not sure about the region. So let's see from you then.
I mean, obviously this is the kind of infrastructure, this building just to our north is obviously very Thai looking for me. it looks like we are driving left. We also have the arm coming out, so I'm gonna go with Thailand here.
Okay, shall I? Actually, let me just tell you, you got the country wrong. So unless you've already guessed, where would you have a second thought?
Okay, interesting. I actually don't know. I mean, my second thought would then be like a Malaysia, something like that. But I don't know. Why did this look? It looks so Thai to me, this building, but obviously isn't. So,
right.
So yeah, maybe walk me through it.
Okay, so we got the white lines in the center of the road. Definitely cuts out some countries. I'm pretty sure Thailand's normally using yellow. I mean, Thailand, I feel like, is so recognizable by the polls anyway. I barely even look at the road lines anymore, so I kind of forgot. But I'm pretty sure Thailand's using yellow dotted, generally speaking. The big thing here that makes me 100% sure of the country is the pole, like, standing next to us to our west, which has, like, a very rounded top. It's like a thin concrete pole with a very rounded top, and that kind of rounded top is a Malaysian thing, generally speaking. Maybe you can find it elsewhere, but yeah, because I already thought it looks like Malaysia, I'm sure of it for that fact. We also have a black Google car showing, which, I mean, in terms of Asia, you can see Indonesia, Malaysia, South Korea, and then Taiwan with a antenna sometimes, but that's basically the only countries I feel like that have black car. And so, also, black car is really rare on Borneo. So if it is Borneo, it basically has to be urban Borneo if you see the black car. I am a little bit conflicted. I'm just trying to remember. I think someone might have told me this white paint job on the pole might even be a Borneo thing. We certainly don't see any of the black pole markings, which you know is always on the mainland. And also we do have these black number plates, so that's another thing that could have really gotten you. The car to the east, definitely you can see it has a black plate. I'm really conflicted here. We don't see any hills, which you probably would maybe see in Sarawak. Bintulu also has a bit of black car, so I'm wondering about there. I do kind of wonder about Bintulu here. That might be my guess. And I feel like up in Sabah, you would definitely see some hills around like this. So I would go Sarawak, Bintulu, or just like some poorer part of the mainland here. And that is kind of what I'm thinking here. The Chinese temple might be more likely to be found in Borneo, but yeah, quite unsure about where, but definitely going to be Malaysia for the reasons I said. I'm going to test out this white sticker or white paint job theory. I'm going to go for Borneo, so let's find out here. And wow, it was actually in Bintulu. Amazing. So that's pretty nice. 4,995 points there. Yeah, black card, generally speaking, quite rare, and so you can pretty much just say cities in Borneo or on the mainland of Malaysia. Also, no Generation 4 in Borneo either, just as a side note. All right, so let's head into the next round then. So what are we feeling like here? I feel like you should be able to know the country, or at least narrow it down to 2. So what are you thinking?
I do think this is probably Canada. That's my thinking.
Yep, this is Canada.
Yeah, I don't know where exactly I would go, but it doesn't feel too cold. But I do think I would definitely go with a Canada guess here. So it would be more about where I would guess within Canada.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe something like pretty southern Alberta or something like that. That would be my guess, maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yep, it's Canada. We got the single yellow line. We got the speed sign that says maximum 60. So that definitely all makes sense. I am between a few provinces here myself. I personally do not think it's anywhere out in Alberta or British Columbia. Although British Columbia might possibly be a possibility, but I don't think it's going to be Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba. That's almost for sure. This kind of rockiness that we have to our south there, the kind of like rolling landscape is definitely not something you see in the Great Plains so much. Ontario I see as possible, but I think this kind of like reddish soil feels not too Ontarian. And so then I'm kind of thinking about Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and maybe even Newfoundland. I kind of feel like my heart might lie with Newfoundland here, despite the fact that you're right, it doesn't feel too cold. I feel like kind of like the vegetation almost feels that way. Okay, so we actually do see that we're speaking English here, not French, or at least I assume so. Helia, definitely a last name I've heard, and there's not too many French names in Australia, so I'm feeling like that is an English name. It also says the, so yeah, should be English. And so probably not Quebec. Often you have bilingual signs in New Brunswick as well, so yeah, kind of just thinking of like southern Newfoundland here, maybe even Nova Scotia. or maybe just like a really weird Ontario. I can see any of those three mainly. So yeah, I think I'll guess here, and let's find out, shall we?
Yep.
And yeah, it was actually Newfie. Nice. So Canada, pretty tough. Don't blame you at all there.
Yeah.
And so this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Another nice seed for me, and definitely tough with the Thailand there. I mean, you kind of just went a little bit too quickly, I feel like, is the main problem. Otherwise, you would have had a 20k. So, yeah.
A bit unfortunate there, but also the Canada guess was pretty horrendous. So we'll blame it on the Canada one, and yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, your latitude guess is perfect. So the problem with Canada, you just kind of have to learn these landscapes a little bit, and it's definitely tough. We're gonna have Lloyd watching me, and I'm gonna be moving around searching for good clues, and then he's gonna be making the final calls. I'm only gonna be prompting him with stuff. I'm not gonna give him the country ever. And so hopefully we're able to come out with a win here, but if we don't, no problem at all. Okay, so let's head into it here. Lloyd's also got some lag issues, so if we run into lag, then we just soldier through and I'll make the guesses. But yeah, okay, let's see who we got going on here. And we didn't get to see our opponent, but hopefully they're not too good. And let's see the round here. Okay, so here is what we're looking at in terms of the compass. Let's try and get a nice angle here.
Thinking Iceland, straight off the bat, it does look like that type of language, like there would be somewhere in that.
Okay, we have
area.
we have some of these as well.
Oh, yeah. So that would suggest like Norway normally.
So we had some North Water as well, but of course with so many islands.
Yeah, I wonder if this is not just a small town somewhere kind of northern in Norway.
So let me know if you want to make a guess as well, because we can just do that, obviously.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Iceland anymore, I would say. What about that road sign you went past? Gotta make a call, yeah. I will go somewhere like a little bit more northern in Norway.
So
that's what I'm thinking.
That kind of
something with water to the south. Yeah, maybe something like that.
Okay, ends up being southern, unfortunately.
Oh,
the first round looked so cold, but yeah, I guess like it kind of a rule of thumb with Sweden and Norway actually. So they did a lot of the winter coverage in the south, because I guess the winter is less extreme up there. But okay, we got a difficult one here, so let's go check it out quickly. Let me see if I can find a flag or something. I feel like that's going to be the best option. Obviously, you should know the region of the world, but
there should be like.
So we got.
I mean, it's Arabic. It kind of looks like
Yeah, that's right. So it's tracker.
Well, tracker footage. I don't know which countries has tracker footage. Could this ever be Sri Lanka? Or no, Sri Lanka doesn't. Oh goodness. I have no idea which countries has it. Can you open the map? Oman, something like that.
Okay, I just clicked in China because we didn't have time. Like,
sorry, yeah.
That's you definitely need to say like before 5 seconds, because like if you go in the last 2 seconds, it doesn't register. So yeah. Okay, here we have this.
It looks like a Chilean poll for me.
We can always put the pressure on if you want to make a guess.
I like that. Let's go somewhere in Chile. Let's go just south of Santiago, maybe something like.
Alright, let's go for it. I don't mind the guess. I may be thinking a little bit further north, but I could also see southern as well. So I definitely don't mind the guess. Yeah, nice. Ends up just being in Santiago. That's huge damage, bro. Hold on. So yeah, those concrete poles. That was very Santiago. Also, touching on the last round, we had the Trekker, which is... You only find Trekker in Pakistan. You don't find any car coverage. Or very, very limited if there is any. And yeah, I mean, it shows up on the world map quite a bit, so yeah. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay.
Yeah.
So here are the poles.
It looks like a Mexican kind of pole. But it looks... Yeah. This is Europe. Yeah, it's the EU plate.
Where'd he go?
Oh shit, he already guessed. I don't know, Poland.
Okay, I just clicked water. Yeah, I think you didn't because you didn't realize. Yeah, because I
didn't even realize he clicked, because normally I would hear it. I was so out of it.
True. Okay, we got the healing round here.
I guess pretty close to where you said though.
Yeah, exactly. It's no biggie. Okay, this play is helpful potentially. Yeah. We got these.
Is there yellow on?
Yeah, there's a bit of yellow on it, as well as the blue. Okay.
I don't think I know what
here.
I think
spell up.
Denmark.
Lock it.
Denmark. Yeah, just lock it somewhere in Denmark. Yeah, in the middle there. That's fine.
I just thought because he's got less health than us, we should just lock it.
Yeah.
I've got Discord noise.
Sorry, it also just takes me a little bit, I feel like, longer just to see with the pixels and stuff, like
Yeah,
watching your
definitely.
screen.
Definitely.
Um,
Okay, so that was actually a pretty good result there.
totally fine. Yep.
And
Me too.
he's back up a little bit, but 1.5 times damage. Just one good guess here will be enough. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we have this.
Okay.
It's
White
useful.
palm.
Mm-hmm. That bit of this going on as well. Okay, so I think we should move maybe this direction. Put the pressure on. Where are you thinking initially here?
I'm thinking Sri Lanka. But your screen is not updating for me right now.
Right, let's just
So
get
I'm
Sri Lanka
I'm
then.
not seeing.
And it was Philippines, so
Yeah,
it's going to do huge damage to us
couldn't-
here. 1.5, will that be
Yeah.
enough? It will be, unfortunate. I mean, a bit of lag kills us there in the end, really.
Yeah, I literally
So-
did not see anything beyond your first image, so
That is
that's
unfortunate.
that is very unfortunate.
And it's been a
Yeah.
pleasure having you on, Lloyd. I'll put his Instagram in the description. Go check him out. And yeah, apart from that, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Oscar. Appreciate it. And yeah,
Most
I
welcome.
hope to do it again sometime.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys in the video very soon. Catch you later.